Bitcoin has been dumping slightly to the downside again after yesterday we tried to be breaking out to the upside. However, right now we are getting this bullish cross on the MACD indicator, so we are going to need to be talking about that exactly. It is going to be very important to not lose patience now because a massive move is about to happen. A lot of people are losing focus while this is actually the time where you should be paying attention. So gonna need to talk about this signal over here and many other Bitcoin charts which are playing out now. So as always, let's have a look into that short term. And in the short term, a lot of liquidity has been piling up on that top side. Yes, yesterday we've been briefly trying to be grabbing off that top side liquidity, but right after breaking above that previous high, we did not see any confirmations. We did not see any candle closes above that previous high. We briefly grabbed liquidity and got back to the downside again. So a lot of people, a lot of traders were starting to panic again because yes, we were trying to be breaking out outside of this following wedge pattern. Okay, we tried to be breaking above this level of resistance. We did not close any daily candle above this level of resistance. Okay, but yesterday we tried to do it. Just like from the Bitcoin EMA ribbons, we tried to be breaking above, but we did not succeed, okay? We did not see any confirmations. We did not see any candle closes above. Instead, we actually got a rejection back to the downside. This is going to be the reason why I've been saying yesterday, it's going to be so important to be waiting for the confirmations in the market. We didn't see it, so I did not enter my Bitcoin trade yet. However, I do think that we are getting some very clear early signals already there that it's going to be pretty likely that the market is going to be turning around and we're going to be reversing the trend right now. So that is going to be the reason why it's going to be so important to not lose focus. Now, need to be talking about this signal over here because this is a pretty new signal which is happening now, okay? If we're going to be having a look into the Bitcoin MACD indicator on the 3-day time frame, we can be seeing something very important because we are crossing bullish right now at this exact current moment. And the previous times, whenever this has been happening, was right over here when we started to reverse the trend back to an uptrend again. Okay, we also got one fake out right over here. It was pretty much at the exact top that we created, a local top. But at that time, well, the global liquidity wasn't really reversing to the upside like it is doing right now. So keep that in mind, okay? We got one fake out over there. However, if we're going to be looking back even further, we also got one indication over here, which was also exactly at the reversal, where the trend started to shift to the upside. Also, one indication over here. The trend, once again, exactly flipped to the upside. Then we also got one signal over here. The trend definitely flipped to the upside. And basically before that, well, we just started the bull market, right? So in this Bitcoin bull market, each and every single time, whenever the MACD indicator on the 3-day time frame has crossed bullish, it has generally been a very good moment to buy. Only over here, it was a fake out. Only right here, it was not a good moment to buy. But during that time, the global liquidity didn't rise as much as it is currently doing. I will be talking about this a little bit later in this video because global liquidity is absolutely exploding to the upside. This will have a very big impact on Bitcoin. However, this signal is definitely indicating us that we are about to reverse and we are about to flip the trend again into an uptrend. Definitely looking very good, looking very exciting. Anyways, on top of that, in that short term, a lot of liquidity has still been building up on that top side. Literally all of the Bitcoin liquidity in that short term is sitting at that top side on the 2-week time frame. So yeah, it is just going to be inevitable that we're going to be grabbing it again. Because at the same time also, we are getting this bullish breakout, right, on the daily time frame. We are already getting these early signals there that we are about to be breaking this falling wedge pattern to the upside anytime soon. Now, once again, we just need to be getting our confirmations, okay, before entering the trade. But we are definitely getting our early signals already there that it is about to happen. That is why I'm saying do not lose focus now. this is going to be the time to be paying attention. And whenever you're going to be paying attention now, you are literally ahead of 90% of the Bitcoin traders, because 90% of the Bitcoin traders are losing focus. They're not paying attention anymore. So if you're involved in the market right now at these lows, well, you're definitely doing a better job than 90% of the traders. I can see this in my channel statistics. Views are dropping across all channels. This should literally be the moment where you should be most invested in market and pay the most amount of attention when nobody else is doing it, okay? Keep that in mind, keep that in the back of your head. Anyways, once again, yes, we are still trading in a downtrend, but we are getting these early signals there that we are about to be flipping the trend. But I do think we just need to be getting a little bit more follow through from the stock market. The stock market has been getting a slight correction again to the downside. That has also been one major reason why Bitcoin has also been dumping to the downside. But if the stock market is going to be getting a little bit more follow through in this counter trend reversal, right, that we are getting, well, in that case, I definitely do think that Bitcoin can be following and Bitcoin can be starting to flip the trend to an uptrend again. So let's see. Anyways, we have just got to be a little bit more patient still in the market. Yes, the developments are great with this bullish engulfing candle. Yeah, I do expect more follow through to come from this candle. Yes, a little bit of a wick to be created to the downside is definitely not bad for a weekly candle structure. Anyways, global liquidity has been steadily rising, exponentially rising to the upside. Usually Bitcoin does tend to follow with about a 105-day lag. Now, I've been saying many times, I do not take this global liquidity exactly that Bitcoin needs to be following the global liquidity exactly to the point. No, I'm going to be using the global liquidity as a general direction. Right now, the general trend is still going to be down, but whenever we break this downtrend, I think we're going to be reversing and flipping the trend from a downtrend into an uptrend. So that should be exactly the moment where I want to be entering the market, whenever we're going to be getting our confirmations that we're going to be entering in uptrend again. But yeah, I do not really care if it's going to be happening today, this week, or maybe even next week. I just know that eventually it will be inevitable that we're going to be breaking this downtrend back into an uptrend again, and we are going to be following that global liquidity. Now, yeah, right now we should still be a little bit more patient as long as we're going to be trading in this downtrend. Okay, keep that in mind. But eventually we are going to be breaking it, and that's going to be the point where the biggest gains will be made. Zooming out still, it's looking like we're repeating the 2021 cycle, and we are at the moment where we are about to be reversing back to the upside again. We've seen extreme fear in the market. Usually these should be the times where we want to be buying. I've been buying a lot of Bitcoin for my long-term hodl portfolio. Okay, for my ledger, I've stored a lot more Bitcoin onto my ledger. Anyways, Bitcoin hash rate wins have been flashing off this buy signal. This has always been a very great indication to buy more Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. We've been seeing this dead cross, and usually during a Bitcoin bull market, these are actually rather more kind of buy signals, these dead crosses. So yeah, looking very good. We are still trading in this bull market in that greater trend, in that longer term trend. So anyways, still looking very good. Dollar is crashing to the downside, indicating that investors are going to be flipping a little bit more to risky assets, risk on assets like, for example, Bitcoin, like, for example, altcoins. So looking very good for the global liquidity. Global liquidity has been looking very good. So anyways, nothing else to say really. We are just looking very bullish, but we just need to be a little bit more patient in that short term. Okay, that move to the upside is gonna come. The question is just really still gonna be, when is it going to be coming? That is at least what I think about the market right now. Anyways, guys, if you're going to be getting interested in trading the market right now as well, make sure to be checking out that first link down below, because with the first link down below, you can be claiming $150 free trades over on Blofin. I will also be taking my trade over on Blofin, so make sure to check out that first link down below. Anyways, just like I've said, in that longer term, I still think we're going to be trading in the bull market. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about that. We're still holding above the 50 weekly moving average. So that longer term, still looking very good. As long as we're still going to be holding above the 50 weekly moving average, I still think we're going to be trading in the bull market. It's going to be very easy and very simple. 0 out of the 30 bull market peak indicators have been getting hit. So for me, there's going to be no reason to be worried over here. Anyways, guys, if you do like the content, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like today's video, and guys, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.